She was found curled beneath a rusted shopping cart, a trembling shadow of a creature. Her fur was caked with mud, her eyes too tired to hold even a glimmer of hope. It's a look that can break even the toughest heart because it's not just fear you see in those eyes. It's resignation. It's the silent acceptance that the world has forgotten you. For days, maybe even weeks, she had waited for footsteps that never came back. Every car that slowed, every voice that drifted past on the wind, she'd lift her head with a flicker of anticipation and then lower it again, another small piece of her spirit chipping away. It was a desolate, lonely vigil under a cold, indifferent sky. The world just kept moving, and she was left behind. But then, one rainy afternoon, someone stopped. Not just to glance, not just to feel a fleeting moment of pity, but to kneel down on the wet asphalt. He hadn't planned to. He'd only pulled over because the heavy downpour had turned the road into a slick, dangerous sheet of glass. But fate, if you believe in that sort of thing, has a funny way of putting the broken right in front of those who still have something left to give. It places an opportunity in your path when you least expect it. He took one cautious step closer. She didn't move, her body tense, a statue of fear. He took a second step. Still nothing. He was prepared for her to bolt, to disappear back into the shadows from which she came. And then he saw it. A single, slow, hesitant wag of her tail. It wasn't much. Just a flicker, but it was everything. It was a tiny signal, a faint spark in the darkness that said, "I'm still here. I haven't given up completely." That one small movement was enough. He gently wrapped her in his jacket, careful not to startle her fragile trust. He could feel the tremors running through her small body. As he held her close, a strange thing happened. For the first time in what must have been months, she stopped shivering. It was as if the warmth of human contact was something her very soul had been starving for. In that moment, she wasn't just a stray dog anymore. She was a life that had been given a second chance. The visit to the vet confirmed his fears. She'd been abandoned, left to fend for herself. She was starved, weak, and facing the harsh reality of surviving a cold winter alone. The vet said most in her condition don't make it. The odds were stacked against her. But this little dog had something else on her side. A spark, a stubborn, fierce pulse of life that refused to be extinguished. He decided to name her Nova, because even in the darkest night, in the deepest despair, she still managed to burn with a quiet, resilient light. The road to recovery wasn't a straight line. It was a winding path filled with progress and setbacks. There were scars on her body that would never fully fade, physical reminders of her past neglect, and there were deeper scars, the ones you couldn't see. A sudden noise, like a car backfiring or a door slamming shut, would send her cowering under the nearest table, her body trembling uncontrollably, as if she expected the world to hurt her all over again. Her past was a ghost that haunted her every step. But love has a way of rewiring even the most broken hearts. It's a patient, gentle force. With every soft word, every patient hand extended not to harm, but to soothe, a little bit of her fear began to melt away. He never pushed her. He let her come to him, on her own terms, in her own time. He taught her that human hands could be kind, that a voice could be a source of comfort, not fear. Months passed by. Her thin, matted fur grew back, thick and soft. Her eyes, once so dull and lifeless, now carried a bright, curious light. They sparkled with mischief and affection. And that man who had once stopped on the side of the road by sheer accident, his life had changed in ways he never could have imagined. He'd wake up every single morning to find Nova waiting patiently by the door, leash in her mouth, her tail wagging like a sunrise, ready to start a new day of adventures together. One night, a powerful storm rolled in fast. Thunder rattled the windows and lightning split the dark sky. He'd left a window open and the chaos of the storm woke him from a deep sleep. As his eyes adjusted to the darkness, he saw a figure standing over him. It was Nova. She was trembling, yes, the old fear of loud noises still echoing within her. But she wasn't hiding. She was standing guard, unflinching, placing herself between him and the raging storm outside, as if to protect him from the very thing that terrified her. The same fear that once crippled her, that once held her captive under a shopping cart, now made her brave. It was in that profound, silent moment that he realized the truth. He hadn't rescued her. Not really. They had rescued each other. He had given her a home, but she had given him a purpose. He had healed her body, but she had healed a part of his heart he didn't even know was broken. You see, the world is full of forgotten creatures. And I'm not just talking about the ones with paws and tails. There are people, too, wandering through their lives, feeling lost, waiting, hoping for someone to truly see them, to notice their silent struggles. We get so busy, so caught up in our own worlds, that we often drive right past them. And maybe that's the quiet miracle of it all. Sometimes salvation doesn't arrive with grand gestures or loud, heroic promises. Sometimes it's as simple as a pause, a second glance, a conscious decision to stop when everyone else keeps going. It's the choice to extend a hand when it's easier to look away. Because when you choose compassion, when you choose to see the one who feels invisible, you don't just save a life. You do something more. You remind the entire world, and maybe even yourself, what it truly means to be human. Nova still waits by the door every morning, but she doesn't wait with fear in her eyes anymore. She's not afraid of being left behind. She waits with the joyful, certain confidence that she is loved, that she is home, and that she will never, ever be alone again. Thank you so much for watching and sharing this story with us. If it touched your heart, please consider liking this video and subscribing to our channel for more stories of hope and kindness. We'll see you in the next one.